Okay, lesson 6. To start with, start hitting the like button. The reason, the first lesson to hit 600 likes, 2 people get those. The smaller one, I've got 2 numbers in my head. The smaller one goes to the first person because it's a smaller number, and that one's a larger number, so therefore when it goes, it goes. And if I get 200 subscriptions, because these won't be the only lessons, then I'll knock up another couple for another couple of happy people. So we want to do the arms. What we do is we work out a piece of wire that is 6 to 7 times longer than that whole body. So that's my piece of wire. It's bent in half at the moment. Then shoulders come from up here. Now here's something strange about these. Doesn't matter what you do with them, you'll always get a bottom and a front. Don't ask me how, it just happens, every one of them. The torso stays the same, but it always ends up with a nice little round bottom. So that's the front. So the width of the arms, or the piece of wire for the arms, it's 6 times the length. We find the center, which is here, then that width there, in my case with these pliers, is up equal to about there. I've put the pliers over the center and I've bent the wire down either side. Okay, that's step 1. So the wire's a straight bit of wire, it's bent down. I've now got that, which is the width of her shoulders when it's just slightly curved, but it won't be curved until later. So what we do now is we go, like you can see here, the length of an arm, if you stand up, your arm will sit down and your hand will be just above your knee, about the length of your hand actually. So we're going to put a loop in the wire like that from here. It's going to be, or in this case, from her shoulders down to, and I'm taking that section there as being her knees, so my length is around about there. So I'll put the pliers on so the pair of them are equal and bend it out, bring it right around back up to the top, and then you just squeeze off just behind the loop, so you get a little loop and that forms the hand. Looks a bit like a split pin. Do the other one, doesn't matter if they're just a millimetre or whatever out. Do the other one, again, squeeze, give yourself a little hand. Now take those, you can put them in the pliers if you like, just in the middle piece in the middle, and give them a twist. Doesn't need to be huge, it's just enough so that you know you're not going to fall apart on you. Right, taking them now, we flatten out so that these 2 wires cross over. So we come across to here like that. Now this first wire is going to be the elbow, so we go down around about almost halfway and then come back up just to the shoulder, pull it out straight and leave it. Same with this one, bring it across to where the shoulder would be, which is there, come down round about to where the elbow would be, back up and pull it out straight. Okay, so what we do now is, there you've got your arm sections. If you like, if there's not enough twist in that, you can put a bit more in that wrist or forearm section. I like to. it looks a little bit better if it's got a bit more of a twist. You may need pliers if it's doing tiny stuff like this. Just give it a twist up. Now we're going to mount it across the back that way, so the arms face forward. So we put it across the back, push it in, take one of these wires around they're facing the wrong way, sorry. Around the arm that way, around the arm that way. So the wires are faced, we got an arrow. So you bring that into there, you pull the shoulders across, and you take one of these wires, go around the neck, down over the back, underneath the torso, back up, around and around the neck the other way. So this opposite one does the opposite. Around the neck, goes down, across, under the torso, back up and around the neck that way. That's it. That's all there is to doing the arms. There's just nothing else in it. It's simply that. That puts them on, they are tight, it holds them. Now, the wire that's left over, as you can see, what I've done is the bit that was in the swivel has now been curled up to form the head. So come up onto it and just twist this wire any way you like, around it, over it, go around the neck every now and again so that it actually holds. One bit of wire left over, or the end of the wire, give it a bit of a kick in. Again, back down here, around, wherever. This is what forms the head. Well, part of it. And again, the end finishes there. Now we have our little angel with one arm slightly longer than the other, but that doesn't matter. Okay, so don't forget, start hitting like. 2 people will win on the first 600 likes, and the first 200 subs I'll make another pair for the next 2. Okay, lesson 7 will be the wings, and that will be the finish of this little girl. Okay, that's about it. Simple. The wire is 6 to 7 times the length of the full body you're using. That forms the arms. On the larger ones, the big ones, 4 foot, whatever, different process altogether. But I'm giving you the process for making very small ones. These ones, you can knock them up once you get going in not a lot of time. And the more you do it, the quicker you'll get. And they're not a bad little thing to give away as gifts, or get somebody to pay for them. Anyway, lesson 7, we do the wings and finish the head. Okay.